What does Memorial Day mean at the Tomlinson household?
Barbecue.
Not just any barbecue.
Oh wait, what am I supposed to say?
Daddy Faux Chef barbecue.
Oh yeah, Daddy Faux Chef barbecue.
What kind of meats do we eat? It's smoked meats, right?
Yep. No?
Smoked meats. Lots of smoked meats. Okay, so this is really, really hard. Daddy Faux just doing the hard stuff. We've got, what, 10 beautiful chicken thighs. We're going to smoke these today. We're going to smoke them for about 2.5, 3 hours, according to whenever I decide to pull them out. We're going to smoke them at 250 degrees. And so we're going to start off by liberally Bad Byron's. Bad Byron's butt rub. Okay, these aren't butts, these are thighs. But we like thighs too, right? So we're just gonna season them up good. Notice I put a pan down here because the seasoning is gonna go everywhere. Remember when you're seasoning that you hold the canister up high so it doesn't just make piles. Now when you're gonna rub something, you wanna really rub it. You want, there to be some excess. So we got this side, spanking the butt, rub in. And let's rinse off my hand now that it has chicken thigh juice on it. And we'll get the meat side in here. Now, whenever I put anything into a pan, I try to get as much of the fat on top of the pan. So as the food is cooking, that fat kind of rolls into the rest of the meat. So I'll do the skin side up when I put them in the pan. And because there's so much fat on these thighs, it really doesn't matter how much oil we're going to put in the pan. But we will take our vegetable oil. Wow. Doesn't my wife have beautiful writing? We're going to take our oil, and then we're going to take our pan and let's open it up. Golly, I don't know why this one always sticks, but it does. It's the only one. But I'm going to put a little oil in the bottom. Roll it around. Woo! Rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep that oil rolling. All right. So, and there you go. So we're going to go put this in the smoker. As I said, 250, probably 2.5, 3 hours. Probably be closer to 3 because I'll forget because I'm doing about 50 other things today. But yeah, and then we're going to have some beautiful chicken thighs. This is the perfect day to get the smoker going. Every time I want to smoke something, it rains. and it's supposed to rain hard. So we have an umbrella. We will make this work. See the smoker over there in the corner? Thank goodness this is a GoPro. You know, my wife asked me, why don't I ever clean my smoker? That's sacrilege. Why would you clean a smoker? Just gonna get smoky again, right? Well, I guess there's a lot of things you should clean that we don't. But I try to. I clean my underwear at least once a week. So now our chicken is done. And what we're going to do is we'll take it out of the pan, place it on a baking sheet, cookie sheet, and put a little barbecue on it, and put it in the oven for a couple of minutes, just so that it can bake on the sauce. Now, if I didn't have so many in this pan, I probably would have just put the sauce in the pan and let it cook in there rather than dirty another one. But I also like to give a little bit of room on the edges so that the sauce will bake around. And into the oven we go. Okay, so one of the tricks that I do, and I don't see a lot of people do, yeah, everybody puts salt in their water. So we get salt in our water. But I also usually will put some pepper, and I'll even be so bold as to put in some garlic powder. And you'd be surprised how much of the flavor that whatever it is you're cooking picks up. I do this with pasta. I do obviously with rice. Everybody asks me how I get all these different flavors in my rice. Well, I just season the water and then put the rice in and it cooks. And yeah, it took a real brain surgeon to figure that out, right? So it's just one of those little daddy faux things that I don't see a lot of people do, but if you would do it, you put some garlic and some basil in your pasta water before you cook it. You put a little olive oil on there and some Parmesan, and you got dinner. So, you know, really important that everybody out there just learns to experiment, have fun with it. My goodness, why make it a chore when it can be fun? I mean, it's fun. I enjoy this. I love cooking for my family, and I love eating with my family. And you should too. Whether you just got a significant other or you got a whole group. I cook for everybody because I love them and I want them to eat well. If you got to eat, we all got to eat. So what I like to do is take and cut some butter, a few tablespoons of butter, and put it in the bottom of this bowl. And what I'm going to do is take my corn out and set it in there and then just kind of roll it around. It gets coated with butter, put a little salt in afterwards, and that way it gets a good coating so you don't just have a big puddle of butter on everybody's plate. You don't have to do this, but it's a nice step, and it gets everybody their corn with the right amount of butter. Eat well. So there you go. We'll put a little salt around it. And this is the way it just kind of roll it around. Everybody gets a little salt, a little butter. Pretty good, huh? Not bad for a faux chef. But you know, normally you either get your corn is dry or you put a little butter on it and then it's all over the plate. I don't mind butter all over my plate, but this way you don't have to wait for everybody to put their little butter on there. You just have it ready for them. I always say when you go to a restaurant and you're asking for seasonings, well, if the chef wanted you to have those seasonings, probably should have put it on there, right? At least that's what I think. But you guys aren't paying me to think, so that's the way we roll. So there you go. That's dinner. Still got other things on the smoker, but we got to eat sometime.